Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days, Season 4, Episode 7. Who is crying now? We're gonna jump right into it. First couple, we got Lisa and Usman. We saw last episode that they had made it to Usman's hometown to go and visit his family and his mama and whatnot. And they're staying at a hotel. Lisa was complaining about the hotel last episode. So this episode opens up and baby love Lisa is in the hotel room by herself. Okay, she says that Usman had stepped outside to tell his friend bye, just to go and like walk his friend to the car or to his house or wherever. And she went to go look outside and they were gone. So then she said she got terrified and whatnot. She tried to call him and he hadn't been picking up. And the camera zooms in to like a little cup full of cigarettes. So she's been smoking all night, just worried or whatever. And so 20 minutes goes by and we see the husband just comes in there like nothing happened, okay? And she's like, why? We have to talk, okay? And he's like, girl, for what? And so she says, like, you told me you would never leave me by myself and you left me by myself. And yeah. And he like, girl, let me tell you one thing, okay? We saw Usman was getting aggravated. And I was like, okay, I would have been got aggravated at Usman, but it's about fine time you get aggravated with this woman, okay? So he was like, look, I'm not gonna be telling you sorry every 5 minutes, okay? I said, tell her, Usman, tell her, okay? He's like, look, I can't do nothing right. What do you want from me? Like, I wasn't even gone that long, okay? Like, chill, all right? And so he seemed like he went outside to like get away from her for a little while, okay? And he probably needed that a long time away from her. He probably saw that she was calling and was like, look, I'll deal with that when I get back to the house. I need a break, okay? So if Usman needs a break, I'm with him, okay? Get you a break. And so he's like, look, you need to stop. The women here don't be acting like this, and they're not as controlling as you are. So like, I've been trying to like, bow my head and do what you want me to do, but you're getting on my nerves, okay? He ain't saying it like that, but that's basically how he said it. He said, he can't be wrong all the time. He feels like she is putting him in a prison, okay? And that look, if she don't like this, then she need to go her own way, okay? And then then the camera zooms in and he just so effortlessly puts on his sandals one by one and just clean walks up out of there. I said, you know what? That is the most gangster thing I've seen. That is the most gangster thing I've seen on 90 Day Fiance, okay? I was like, you better let her know, Usman, okay? Lisa was silent, okay? Lisa was like, okay, all right. So the next scene, she said, she also mentioned before that scene was up, she was like, this is not the man that I fell in love with, okay? When I was in America. Not that I got over here and I want him to do everything that I want him to do. And he don't like it. Now he's not the man I fell in love with. Whatever, baby love Lisa. Whatever, girl. Okay. Next scene, they're in the house together. But they're like on separate sides of the little, hotel/house together. And they're not speaking to each other. Usman is smoking his hookah. He's trying to relax. He probably just like, you know what? I don't even know if I want to be an international superstar anymore. Like, she really getting on my nerves. Okay. He's really contemplating like if this is even worth it, if he needs to start from scratch with another American woman. Like, Lisa is a lot, okay? And so he's talking to the producers like, hey, like, I can't do anything right, I don't know what's going on. And Lisa hears from the other room and she's like, you know what, like, let's talk, okay, because we can end this. And he's like, girl, look, I really be doing everything you want me to do. I don't understand what the problem is. Like, you're gonna have to like release the reins a little bit, okay? And so she's like, yeah, I have been acting a little crazy here because I haven't been sleeping right and I'm in a whole nother country and whatnot. And he's like, look, you acting like this while we in Nigeria, I can't even imagine how you're going to cut up when we in America, okay? And when I have none of my family to support me and my friends to support me. And I'm like, you already know she's going to cut up when you come back to America, Usman. So please just rethink this, okay? But they make up. And I was like, Usman, do what you gotta do. I'm all team Usman. Usman, do what you gotta do. I want you to be an international superstar too, okay? So I want Soulja Boy to blow up. Alright, I'm definitely team Soulja Boy. So anyway, that was Lisa and Usman. Then we get to Rosemary and Ed. they had made up last episode, remember, because after that fight at the restaurant, she finally gave in and she was like, look, whatever, it's cool. So they made up. Okay, so they are on their way to go and see her family, but they stay at a hotel like beforehand. So they're at the hotel and Ed is doing whatever he has to do, okay, to make Rosemary feel like a queen. Okay, so he got her a robe. He's like, look, just go in the bath, go take you a bath, get all the bubbles all on you and stuff like that. And when you come out, I got the massage oil and whatnot. He's just setting up everything for her. He calls downstairs and he's like, look, y'all have some champagne? Okay, go ahead and bring some champagne up, okay? All right. And so when she gets out, he has her like some champagne and they're like toasting. And he's like, look, can I massage your feet? And she's like, I guess, okay. So they're toasting or whatever. And he's like, look, you my queen and I'm your... And she's like, the other queen? I don't get what you want me to say. Okay. So he's like, no, not the other queen. The king? The king? Okay. And she's like, okay, the king. Okay, you gonna massage his feet or whatever. I was like, okay. You can tell Rosemary, like, is not really in it like Ed is. Okay. So he's massaging her feet. And then he's like, look, can I kiss you? And she's like, on the cheek, or this cheek, whatever. And he's like, no, on the lips. Okay, so they kissed, and I was like, all right. So the next scene is the next morning, and the producers ask Rosemary, like, what happened last night, girl? And she's like, he just told me goodnight, and then that was it, and then I went to bed. And they were like, so you lying? And she was like, well, I don't want to tell you the truth, okay? So they asked Ed, and Ed was like, look, we made love last night, okay? And he was like, well, I hope to do it again, all right? And I was like, all right, this is enough of this conversation, okay? So he says, Rosemary doesn't like my beard, and she's like, I don't like the beard because it's like itchy and whatnot. And he's like, while we talking about this, your legs look like mine, okay? They're really hairy. And he's like, I don't like hairy legs or whatever. He wants her to go shave. And so she goes shave, and she tells him, like, look, since I shave, you need to go and shave this beard, okay? So he went to go shave his beard, and then they're on their way to go see her home where she stays with her family and her son and whatnot. So Ed is nervous because he knows that she lives in like the poorer side of town, okay? And he's like, do y'all have AC in the house? And she was like, no, we don't have no AC in the house. We just have a fan, okay? And we already know Ed sweats a lot, okay? So he needs some circulation of air or whatever. So he's worried, okay? And the Philippines is hot. So they make it there, and Rose's son Prince like runs out to see them soon as they make it there. He's really happy to see his mama. And the little boy calls Ed daddy. So he's like, hey daddy, or whatever. And I was like, okay. Ed is scared to meet her sister because her sister had messaged him on Facebook asking for some money, okay? And she told Ed, look, don't tell Rosemary. So he is worried about like seeing her, and if Rosemary kind of knew about it and put her sister up to it or whatnot. So he hasn't gotten down to like really happen with the whole Facebook money situation, okay? So he's a little worried. And he meets Rose, he meets Rose's sister, and her sister is very blunt, okay? So I said, okay, sister. But anyway, they get in there, and like the whole family is there to like greet him. And Ed is just looking at the house, okay? He's like, y'all don't have any windows and whatnot. And I was like, what? Like, the same thing Lisa did. Like, they get over into another country, and then they want to act up. And it's, like, kind of rude to, like, mention all that this is how these people live. So, like, just be appreciative and just be kind and nice while you're there. You don't have to be like, y'all don't have no windows. Like, okay. like they don't know that, all right? But anyways... so the family had cooked for him and whatnot. They had like a nice buffet for him. And so they sit down to eat, and Rosemary is like, look, daddy is still working at the chicken farm, or no, the pig farm, and he's gonna come later and eat with us and whatnot, okay? So So basically down at the table, we already see Ed sweating. I'm like, dang, y'all put the fan just right on Ed, just like right here, because he needs some circulation. The whole family is just like looking at Ed like, okay. I said, this is so awkward. So daddy comes home, and it looked like he just worked hard and long at work, and he don't really want to be bothered, okay? But he's like, look, I gotta meet Ed. Okay, so he sits down at the table, and he's like right across from Ed. And Ed tries to like spark conversation, like, hey, like, is it awkward that I'm like a year older than you and I'm dating your daughter? How do you feel about that? Okay. And Ed is like laughing, and daddy's like, we get a one-on-one with dad, and he's like, look, I don't really like this situation, and I really want to know what his intentions are, if he's serious with my daughter and you know, my grandson. Okay, so he asks like, what are your intentions, Ed? And like Rosemary translates, and Ed is like, you know, I'm serious about your daughter, and I want to do good by her and whatnot. So I don't know if that was enough for daddy, but it might have been. Okay, so was that it with, I think that was it with them. That was pretty much it with Rosemary and Ed. Then we get to Varia and Jeffrey, okay? So they're both going to see her mom that lives in Siberia, so they have to take a plane to get there. Varia says that when she told her mom about Jeffrey and Jeffrey being from America, her mama was not really here for it because she didn't want her daughter to be like so far away. Like America and Russia, like she would be, especially in Nashville where he lives, it's like really far away. So she was like, I don't know if you're going to be safe and whatnot. Her mama just didn't really like that idea, okay? So Varia asked Jeffrey what did he bring for her mom as far as gifts and whatnot. And Jeffrey's like, look, I brought my love and me and my time and my energy. And then Varia's like, no, that's not enough. Like, you need something material, okay? So Jeffrey like makes the driver stop the car because they're like on the way to her mom's house, and he gets outside and picks some like roses out the ditch. I mean, some flowers out the ditch, and he's like, this is good enough, okay? And Varia's worried because, you know, like she's like, I should have told him to bring something from my mama, or like he should have like, I wanted him to like know this beforehand to like be like serious about meeting my mom or whatever, but it is what it is at this point, okay? Y'all already on the way to go see her. So they make it to her mom's house, and she seems like a really nice lady. The mama is just so happy to see Varia, okay? It seems like, you know, Varia and her are 5 hours apart where Varia lives in Russia anyway. So, like, I guess she doesn't really see her daughter too much. So it was nice to see them, you know, like embrace and whatnot. And Varia's mom takes the flowers, and she's like, did y'all get some flowers from the side of the road? Like, what's okay, girl? Anyway, y'all come and make the food, okay? Varia's mama wants them to help her cook and whatever, so they're making some like meat dumplings or whatever. I forgot the name of it, but she put them to work. Okay, I said, that's right, mama. So she puts them to work, and they're at the table, and they're kind of making small talk and whatnot, and they go back and forth, and eventually mama's like, look, I don't like you being so far away. Like, whenever you move to America, I'm not gonna like that you're so far away. And Jeffrey tries to make her feel better, like, look, she's already far away where she lives in Russia, so some more miles isn't gonna make that much of a difference. I was like, Jeffrey, just be quiet on this one, okay? But anyway, mom asks like if they can trust him. And of course, we know that Jeffrey has not told Varia about his criminal history and whatnot. So he's nervous to say that she can, or that they can trust him when he has not been honest. Okay, so anyways, we don't know when he's gonna tell her. Is he gonna wait for the finale or like what? So from the previews, it looks like he's gonna drop that news on her next episode. So we just gotta wait, okay? So that was it for Varia and Jeffrey. Then we get to Darcy and Tom, okay? So we know that last episode, Tom had flew to New York for business, and he was going to grace his presence, you know, and to Darcy, give her a little bit of his time and whatnot. And so that's what he's doing. Darcy had agreed to go to New York to see him, okay? So they're there. Darcy walks in there, glamorous as always. Okay, like show stopping as always. Okay. So she gets to the table and he tries to like go in for like a little kiss, and she's like, no, handshake. Okay, handshake. Okay, okay. And so she sits down and they're just staring at each other for a little while, and I was like, okay, this is awkward. And then Darcy's like, you know, how you been doing? We try to make small talk and whatnot. And then they get to the fact that she went to Malta for her birthday with Stacy, and he was supposed to like FaceTime her and whatnot, but he just wound up texting her happy birthday, and that was pretty much it. And she was saying how hurtful that was. And he said he wanted to come and see her, and Darcy was like, you had plenty of chances to come and see me. Like it was like on the table, like it was the offer was, if you wanted to come and see me, like you could have, no excuses, pretty much. And Tom is like, girl, what happened to us? Okay. Darcy says pretty much when you go and leave, like whenever we're together it's cool, but when you go and leave, like you act like we're not in a relationship no more. So what's up with that? Tom says that he doesn't like that every time they talk, it's all about her. Basically trying to call her like self-absorbed and whatnot. He then interrupts her. She's trying to explain herself, and then he interrupts her like, girl, can I talk? Can I talk? Okay. And I was like, you just gaslighting Darcy at this point. Okay. Darcy tells him like, look, you're just trying to cover something up. Okay, because I know something that you haven't told me. So the next scene, she basically is like, look, I know that you got a girl. You got a new girl. Just say it, okay? And he says like, yes, we met 3 weeks ago. Her name is Shannon, and he says that he loves the way that she loves him. Okay, I said, you know what? He tells that to Darcy, and it's like, well, why are you here? Why are you meeting with Darcy? He was saying he was hoping things would have turned out differently between him and Darcy. But, like, why do all this when you had a girl 3 weeks ago? Like, really? Okay. Time is full of it, okay. He then starts to berate her and says that she had him where, you know, she had him in the palm of her hands. If she would have just acted right, you know, it could have been better, okay. But he tells her like she needs to get over Jesse, and that what her and Jesse had was real love, but the love that, you know, her and him have is like sisterly, brotherly love, that he loves her like a sister. I said, just so evil at this point, okay. He says that he still wants to be friends though, and Darcy's like, you know what, that'll never happen, boo. Okay. So he says that's fine, try not to ruin the next relationship. And then he asked her if she has put weight on. Girl, that was a mess. As Darcy walks out, I'm glad she walks out, because Tom was just messing her with her. Like this whole confrontation was just so messed up. I felt bad for Darcy. I was like, dang, like, but Darcy, like, his sister, I forgot her name, told you that Tom was a player. She tried to warn you that he was a player, girl. You didn't listen, okay? You did not listen, all right? But I'm sorry that man treated you like that, girl. That was wrong. He was wrong for that. Anyway, then we get to Erica and Stephanie. Y'all know this gonna be short. And really, I mean, I know that most of these storylines are probably like fake, okay? Like we can admit that. But Erica and Stephanie's storyline, it's just, the acting is just terrible, okay? I was like, how fake can we get? But anyway, Stephanie has been in Australia for about 2 days. They go to like make some clay molds of their boobs. Stephanie didn't feel comfortable with it. Next scene, Stephanie takes Erica out on a date, and she buys her like, you know, some jewelry and whatnot. They get to the cafe. Stephanie brings up the fact that whenever she was looking on Erica's phone, Erica had a dating app installed on her phone, and Stephanie was like, girl, why you got that on your phone? And Erica's like, I have it for business. I said, okay. so then it goes left from there, and Stephanie's like, well, okay, why you still have it on your phone now? Like, can you just like delete it? Like, you don't need that no more, okay? So Erica gets mad. She's like, look, you're trying to control me. You can't just buy me nice things and tell me what to do. And then out of nowhere, Stephanie starts crying, girl, but she wasn't really, that's why I said it was acting, because she was crying, but it wasn't no tears coming out. I was like, girl, she was just doing this. And I was like, girl, where are the tears? Like, what? And then how did we get to the crying part from like telling her to delete the app? It just seemed like so overblown. I was like, what is going on? Was it just me, y'all? I was just like, okay, all right, okay. Anyway, so that was Erica and Stephanie, y'all. Then we get to Yolanda and Nat Williams, okay? Yolanda is just extremely delusional at this point, okay? Yolanda and her oldest daughter, the one that, you know, knows about this whole situation, that has been knowing about this whole situation from the jump, they go on the computer to like get down to like what is going on, okay? Yolanda tells her like, look, Nat Williams' Instagram had got deleted, and yeah, and so oldest daughter is like, look, let's research the name of the Instagram and see if we can like find out some information on him. And so she does that, and they find out that the name attached to the Instagram is a Nigerian name, and it is the name of a student organization, and the number that she has for Nat Williams is a Nigerian number, okay? So Yolanda's like, that's not Williams. Williams is British, okay? Williams has a British accent, and like everybody said before, like it was a Nigerian accent pretty much on the phone from what we heard. But anyway, girl. So so they have a phone number online of the student organization that this is the same name as his Instagram. So they call that. And so when they call, she's like, hello, and some woman picks up and then immediately hangs up, okay? So they're both like, that was a woman, like, what is really going on? So the oldest is like, look, you need to ask Nat Williams if he is Nigerian, okay, so we can get to the bottom of this. So Yolanda says she still believes it is Williams, and she says that how does he have a British accent if he's Nigerian? And she's like, look, what it is that the Nigerians maybe hacked Williams. And I was like, girl, how did you I hate to laugh because the last scene of her section is like terrible, that they're trying to extort her. But I'm like, girl, you gotta realize and go to the police. This is not Williams, girl. Anyway, the next scene, we see that Yolanda's been trying to get in touch with Nat Williams to ask if he is Nigerian, okay? But she's been trying to call him, but he hasn't been answering. And so she finally texts him. She's like, are you Nigerian, ... baby? Don't call that man baby. That's not Williams, girl. Just be, are you Nigerian? ! Question mark. Okay, do something like that. Don't call that man baby, okay? Anyway, so he doesn't respond, of course. Then we see like a little writing on the screen that says it's been 2 days. And then she gets an email. She got an email basically from somebody saying, look, we got your private pictures, and if you don't want them to be released, we want some money. They're trying to extort her. And so she's like, the only person I sent private pictures to was Williams. So but they must have hacked Williams. The Nigerians must have hacked Williams because Williams wouldn't talk to me like that. And I was like, girl, this ain't it. This can't be real life. This can't be real life, okay? But anyway, so hopefully she goes to the police. But I don't know. I really don't know. I really want the best for Yolanda, but Yolanda got to come to some type of realization that Williams is not Williams, baby. Just like we all know that Williams is not Williams, okay? So lastly, we get to Avery and Ash. So they're packing because Ash had planned a little trip for them to go to a different part of Australia. It's called Cairns, Australia. It's absolutely beautiful. They're like on the water and whatnot. They have like a little picnic there, and then they start talking. And Avery brings up the fact that, you know, they had lunch with dinner with his brother, and his brother was acting crazy and whatnot. And so she's like, I wonder why he's like that with me. And he gives some like weird textbook answer. And she's like, look, can you just be real with me for 5 seconds and stop giving me these rehearsed answers, okay? And come to think of it, like, you haven't been open and honest about your son and him, like, coming to America and, like, what's going on with that. And you're acting like his mom is okay with it. But, like, I can't see that really being like that. And he's like, look, I don't want to tell you how it is because I don't want to make you upset. And she's like, but don't you think I would need to know about something like this? And he's like, well, we could talk about it later. I'm like, girl. Avery says that she's probably not going to get the real answer from Ash. So that's why she's going to go talk to his baby mama, okay? So hopefully she can get some answers from his baby mama. Girl, that's pretty much it for Avery and Ash. Ash is just not being real with Avery. It's so obvious at this point. But anyway, so that was it for this episode, you guys. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments below. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. I love you guys. I hope you guys are doing okay with everything going on. Stay strong, stay in there. I don't know what's going on in your life, but praying for you and your family and hoping everything gets better for all of us in this situation. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.